Eric Garner is a 47-year-old man, I should say, was a 47-year-old man who was killed by a police chokehold in New York City. And a grand jury just ruled, right before we came on air here, that Daniel Pantaleo, who is the cop that killed him, will not even be indicted. So this is a very similar circumstance to the Ferguson situation, in that respect at least, that we're not even going to have a trial. There's not even going to be a trial to establish guilt or innocence. They're just, weren't even indicted. Now, I'm about to show you the video of his death. We covered this on Secular Talk when the story first broke. We showed you the video then. I'm going to show you the video now. Here's my advice. Just watch. Think for yourself. Use independent thought. You're a rational human being. You can figure things out. Watch this, and then you decide if some law or multiple laws were broken here. And remember, the cops say that this all started because he was selling untaxed cigarettes, and that led to this.
You play your hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today.
This guy right here is forcibly trying to lock somebody up for breaking up a fight.
Everybody standing here, they told you I didn't do nothing. I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, trying to sell cigarettes. I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time, please just leave me alone. Please, don't touch me. Don't touch me, please.
Hold on.
Don't touch me, please.
Came over.
Not touch me.
Damn, man.
All right, stop. Give your hands, buddy.
Where your hand, buddy?
I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
Back up.
Right here.
Back up, then get on that step.
Okay.
Back up.
All he did was break up a fight. And this is what happens for breaking up a fight. This shit is crazy.
Everybody back up, back up.
He can't breathe. Look, now, man, they gave this man a seizure.
Yo, move out the way. Yo.
It's my brother. We live here.
Back up this way. Everybody now back up. It's now going to become a crime. Back it up. Back it up.
I'm going to my house.
No. This way. Let's go.
Can't go in my
In the house or that way?
All right, I go that way.
Pick a choice.
Let me get my
Let's
bike.
Go. You had your chance to get your bike, sir. Staying over there. Right now we have the scene.
A medical examiner later ruled his death a homicide. The medical examiner said this was a homicide. Also, chokeholds like the one you just saw right there, they're banned by NYPD guidelines. We have eyes. We have eyes, we have brains. We can see this. It's on video! And they're to tell us that, no, this shouldn't even go to trial. Never mind go to trial and he's found guilty of, I mean, you name it, all the different laws that were broken there. Excessive force, that was an assault, he used the illegal chokehold, certainly manslaughter, you can definitely even argue murder. I mean, look at what you saw there. Take the racial aspect out of it. Take any other, systemic ideas about how the cops are out of it. Just look at the situation for what it is. Look at what happened. Somebody's going to look at that video and tell me that they don't think a law was broken? Very rarely am I ever at a loss for words, but right now I am at a loss for words. Because I saw it. I saw it with my own two eyes. That's not legal. You can't do that. First of all, tell me why he was even arrested in the first place, why they went up behind him and then he put the chokehold on him in the first place. What are you arresting him for? Why are you putting your hands on him? There is no reason, right? I mean, oh, he was selling untaxed cigarettes. Really? He tells you he's not. There's no witnesses that say he was. So what are you going to do? Do an illegal search and seizure? Is that what you're going to do? An unreasonable search and seizure? But they didn't even just do that. They went right to violence. They went right to, okay, go behind him, get him in a fucking chokehold. By the end of it, there were, 5 people on top of him? A neck in the back of his head? And he was saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And they didn't stop applying pressure. I don't know how anybody can think now. Today, I have to tell you, I was talking about this earlier, right when we got the news. I don't know how anybody could look at the justice system in the United States anymore and say, well, they're trying to administer justice. They care. You know, we're looking for the truth. We're looking for what's right. We're looking to be virtuous. We're looking to fix problems. No, and there's no upholding of the law. This isn't upholding of the law. You know what this is? This is likely just like the situation in Ferguson. More information will come out about this. Like in Ferguson, we know, based on a plethora of evidence that the prosecutor threw the case. I mean, for example, you're only supposed to present your side when you're trying to get an indictment. He presented both sides and gave the defense and misled them by telling them it's within the guidelines of the law in Missouri to shoot somebody in the back as they're running away. I'm not kidding. They actually said that even if a suspect is fleeing, you could kill them. It's an unconstitutional law that's on the books, but they said it was legal at the beginning. So we knew they threw the case. Well, I guarantee you evidence is going to come out that they threw the case here too. Because we saw it. We saw it. The only way that this guy, not even going to trial, is because they're looking out for him. The police are corrupt. They're helping their own. And now we have to get into the bigger systemic issues, because what we're seeing right now is the blue shield in effect. This is what it is. The blue shield is the idea that the police view everybody. It's an us versus them mentality. If you're with them, okay, you can do no wrong and you're a good guy by definition. If you're part of the other group, whoever it may be, black people, white people, anybody who you think commits a minor crime or no crime at all, or a crime, or somebody you just want to fucking harass, whatever it is, it's us versus them. So therefore, you've already defined yourself as the good guy. You already say, I am the law, so you can justify whatever the fuck you want to do. You're putting your hands on a guy who there's no reason to put your hands on him, putting him in an illegal chokehold, taking him to the ground. He's screaming, I can't breathe, but you just continue. You continue, and you're aggressive. And look, understand something. Even if it wasn't their plan to kill him, they did kill him. There's a word for that. Again, manslaughter. And there's all different categorizations within the law of manslaughter where you can determine whether it's this degree or that degree or what have you. That's what it is right there. At least that's manslaughter. There's a good argument even for murder, because you're not allowed to do that. The problem is the police think that they're above you. They think, I am the law. So if I do it, it's not illegal. You have to listen to me because I am the law. No, the law applies to you too. Or at least we thought it did, and it's supposed to in a society that's functioning properly, but it's not functioning properly right now. I mean, how many times does this have to happen? Here's my question. What does a cop have to do in order to be found guilty? Because I couldn't come up with a fictional scenario that appeared to be more black and white than that, where it's, okay, you were wrong. Okay, that's excessive force. Okay, that's assault. Okay, he ended up dying as a result of your knee in his fucking head and this illegal chokehold you put on him. He was screaming, I can't breathe. I can't think of a scenario where it's more, okay, you did something wrong, you broke a law, there's going to be consequences for this. But no, we're not even getting a trial. Again, it's not even like it went to trial and then he was found not guilty. They nipped it in the bud, saying this doesn't even merit a trial. Look away. Who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? Well, we have eyes, and our eyes are not lying. Our eyes are telling the truth. Something went wrong there. You're not allowed to do that, okay? You can't just use deadly force whenever you want. His hands, when he was saying don't touch me too, his hands were in the air. There was no threat whatsoever. You know what it is? They're mad that he was speaking back to them. That's it. That's all it is. They got angry over that. Are you speaking back to me? Mr. Fat Black Man. I'm the law. I uphold justice in this community. You're not allowed to talk to me in that harsh tone and disagree with what I'm saying. You have to listen to me. You have to obey. You have to obey me. And then as a result of talking back, which is not against the law, might I add. We need to remember that. This is the United States of America. If you get into an argument with a police officer, that doesn't mean they get to put an illegal chokehold on you and kill you. That doesn't mean that when you scream, "I can't breathe," they get to continue being forceful.